Today I'm going to show you how to make your very own moss mirror, because some of the ones you can find online are rather pricey. So I've already sprayed my frame and I removed the backing. You're going to want, and these are leftovers from my other ones. This is the peel and stick like moss runners. As you can see, moss mat. So it's already sticky. I have some loose moss, and then I have some assorted greeneries sitting here to the side, some succulents and things. So to start with is the most messy part. You need the back, and then your peel and stick moss, and it's going to make a mess. There's nothing you can do about it. Like I said, I'm using leftovers, so I'm going to try to find a patch that I think is big enough to cover most of my frame. I'm hoping it will just do it without having to be pieced. You can see, there it is. And I think let's see, I can feel it's right there. So I think right about here, I should have just enough to do this one. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a pen and I'm going to pre-line on the back here. I'm going to outline the size of my oval. Instead of trying to peel and stick this to it and then cut it, the glue on this is going to stick to your scissors, but it should peel right off after you cut it. Trying to make sure I've got it good and outlined to where I can see it. So there's my oval. And the next step is to cut this out. So I got my handy dandy scissors. And this is the messy part. You can see it just kind of goes everywhere. And then we're just going to cut out our oval, and then we are going to stick it to the backing of our frame. So this one's actually a commission for somebody else, and I just so happened to already have a good bit of the materials. The only thing I had to go out and buy that I didn't already have was the frame. And I like to get mine from thrift shops when I can find them. Just for one, they're cheaper. I may have to lift this out of the frame. Sorry, just know I'm cutting it. I gotta get a better hold on it though. Sorry, I'm not the best with recording, but I've had people ask me to record some of my projects before, so I'm trying to show how to do this one because I get a lot of questions about the moss mirrors in my home, and I may show some of those after I show you the tutorial so you can see what you can make. I have two big ones in my house right now. I have one that's almost double in size of the frame that's laying here that you can see. And then I have one that is almost the size of like a bedroom door. It's very, very large. And it's hanging in my bedroom. So the bigger that it is though, the more of the peel and stick that it takes. I think I got this from Hobby Lobby and it's about $12 or $13 for a pack. So there it is. And the pack is, I mean, this is not going to be a perfect example, but this is edge to edge here. It's about the size of this base that this is laying on. Let's see, I don't know if it even tells what size it is. I'm not certain here. It does not give my size dimensions, so I can't tell you exactly how big it is. I think my big one took 2.5 for the one that's about the size of my door. So just keep that in mind for your project. This is the most expensive part, is the peel and stick moss. And then the next most would be like your greeneries. You can spend however much or little you want. So next, like I said, I'm gonna take the back, and I'm gonna take my peel and stick moss. Now, I could flip this and do the cork side, but I like this texture better. It looks more like dirt, and it will make a good base for this to stick to. I recommend, this is not completely solid, so it's not a bad idea to paint your frame backing brown, or, you know, if you don't have a back, use some of the brown cardboard, just a darker base, because I had one that I did it over the white, and you could see it. I don't know if you can see here, kind of, sort of, it's a little, see right here, it's a little see-through, so having a dark base helps a lot. Sorry, I'm struggling. It's very sticky, and the way I like to do it, I try to take one end and stick it and then peel as I go, so. Don't mind my head if I get it in the frame. Okay, got that lined up pretty good. And if it's off a little bit, it's not gonna matter, just a hair side to side, you'll be fine. Because when you stick this into the frame, you're not really gonna see it. You can see the moss comes off pretty good. It's literally just like a double-sided sticky tape that this is stuck to. Sometimes I'll take what's loose and just kind of stick it to it. I'm gonna really, really press it down. Try to get anything that's really, really loose off first. Kind of shake it a little bit. Gonna kind of sweep this to the side. I will sweep and clean my table after the video. Next, you're gonna take your frame. You're gonna take your backing. You can see mine came off just a little bit, but I have my edge perfect, so sometimes they stretch as you're peeling them. It's fine. It'll help wedge it in here and hold it nice and tight. I'm gonna start with the other end. Hook it in there. Gotta get it perfect for this one. It's really, really picky. Okay. Wedging it in there really good. Get it nice and tight. And I know it's in there really good, but I still close my tabs and everything as well. Just, you don't want to go to hang this and then have the back falling out of it. So there we go. You can see it gives a nice solid base to start with. Oh no, did I scrape the paint off? That's okay, I can touch it up. Some of the silver came off on my frame. That's all right, I'll touch it up. So this is the base of the moss mirror, right? This is not something that you can make and then take it apart. Or at least not the way that I make them. It's not something that you can change your mind later without having to take everything off. I don't know if that makes sense, probably not, but it will in just a second. So this is what we're building from. And I've got a ton of different greeneries. I will show you the next steps in part 2.